Okay, so this video is going to look at common problems with student body paragraphs and how to fix them. So these are the four uh, common problems with student body paragraphs: topic sentence not just right, not enough points, weak examples, and unconnected sentences. So let's start with just right. So with just right, I like to think about the Goldilocks and the Three Bears, where the little girl she tries the different beds. One bed is too hard, one bed is too soft, and then the last bed is just right. So with looking at topic sentences, we want them to be just right as well. So for example, the first difference between online classes and traditional classes is how easy they are, or being comfortable is the first major difference between online classes and the traditional classes. Or the first difference between online classes and the traditional one is the way of teaching and communicating. So these are good sides. These are just right. As opposed to this body paragraph topic sentence, there are many differences between online classes and traditional classes. This is a very broad and uh, big topic, very much like a thesis. And then it can go the other way, being too soft. For example, there are several differences between the online classes and the traditional classes, and one of them is the ability to see each other. This is doesn't seem like a student can really give 3 points showing how that is for this topic. So this is very narrow or too soft. Also, the first difference between online classes and traditional classes is that in online classes you can attend the class from anywhere in the world. Again, I don't really think the student could come up with 3 supporting points to show this. It's really just 1 point. One of the differences, or this one of the differences is that online classes are more relaxing than traditional classes because students can attend the class in his or her bedroom. Now, again, this one is kind of narrow, is kind of soft because talking about specifically students attending in their bedroom. So yeah, that's a good point, but it's not much of a topic sentence where you can give 3 supporting points and examples. Maybe if the student were just to leave it as relaxing, because relaxing you can talk about the drive, getting ready, and also while in class it's more relaxing because you don't have to worry about seeing other people and things. So you could get 3 points maybe out of this, but the student kind of made it a little bit narrow, the topic sentence narrow with this last part. Okay. And then finally, we want to talk about other problems that students have in their body paragraphs, not having enough points, having weak examples, and then unconnected sentences. And the opposite of these would be having 3 points, examples showing both sides, and no unconnected sentences. So let's look at some examples. So I think this is an example of a student that started with a pretty good topic sentence, about the just right topic sentence, but not given enough points within the paragraph. So their main topic sentence is about different ways of teaching, and then they talk about how one, you have to use technology, where other you don't, and then they end the paragraph. So this is just way too short. This paragraph is a little bit better, giving us 2 points. Major difference between online and traditional classes: attendance. Attending classes is mandatory in both ways, but they differ from each other. 1 point is the place of attending. For instance, in online classes, wherever I am, I can open the laptop or mobile to attend the class. However, in traditional classes, I have to be in the classroom at the time. The second point is timeliness. The timing is different too. For example, yesterday I woke up at 1:50 p.m. and I attended my accounting class at 2 p.m. So the time is flexible. On the other hand, if I were in a regular classes, I have to leave the home an hour earlier before the class. As a result, attendance is important in the two ways, but they are far different from each other. So again, this is a pretty good one. Gives us really 2 points, but nice, clear, full examples. And giving us a full example includes giving us both sides. So as you notice that the student talks about online classes, and then they contrast that to traditional classes. And then again, in the second point, they talk about their online class experience being flexible and regular classes not being as flexible. So this kind of serves two purposes, because that example gave us almost 3 points, at least 2 points, and it showed us examples from both sides. Let's look at some other ones. So here's an example showing weak examples and unconnected sentences. So pretty good topic sentence, and then the student goes into distance education is much more comfortable than normal, and then the student gives an example talking about how you could take classes anywhere, but again showing both sides, like contrast that to classes in the traditional classroom. like you talk about that as well. That will make this example a little bit less weak. And I really didn't understand what the student was saying here. So this is kind of getting into the idea of uh, uh, unconnected sentences, because the student talks about understanding, and but it's not clear what the understanding is about. Is it talking about how is that connected to how comfortable the class is? And then the student gives their opinion, and again, uh, is that supporting this topic sentence about showing the difference of comfort? Better than just giving an opinion about online classes being better would be to show me how the online class is. That's what I always tell my students. Think about giving examples that show, the clear difference of it being better. How is it better? And you're going to show me it better through comfort, like in this example. And again, this could be better if it had 3 points with 3 examples. And here is a student example with some modifications. First significant difference between online class and traditional classes is the comfort. The first way that they differ in comfort is the ease of getting ready. So again, this is the first point of how the student is showing me the comfort is different, is the ease of getting ready. And then the student goes into an example and given a complex sentence, showing while online students can join class while in the bed and bring pajamas. Whereas in the traditional classroom, they have to choose their clothes wisely and wear something appropriate. So again, showing me both sides. So this is a nice strong example because it's giving me both sides, the online experience and the traditional classroom experience. And then they're giving me another example talking about the comfort of eating food. And then they go into the example of online and they contrast that to traditional classroom. And then finally, they give a third point, how comfort is different in comfort of location. And then again, they show the online experience, and then they show the traditional classroom experience, making for a nice, strong examples, 3 points, good 3 strong examples, and then concluding sentence. So let's go do it.